Welcome back to the Tahoe Real Estate Show. We're joined this week with John Skeel, the District Manager for the Tahoe Resource Conservation District.
Thank you. Yeah, a whole 2 months on the job now.
Well, you know, for some of our viewers that maybe aren't familiar with TRCD, give us a little bit of background about the organization.
Our TRCD dates back to the early 1970s. We're originally set up to work in the Tahoe Basin with homeowners for a number of different services to prevent sediment getting into the lakes. And since that time, we've added services, best management practices, stormwater management, aquatic invasive species, boat inspections, a whole range of services. But more specifically for homeowners, I guess that the best management practices is perhaps the most relevant for right now.
Let's talk about BMPs a little bit. Some of the services and the consulting that this organization does is quite extensive. I know I, as a homeowner, have benefited from some of your staff being able to walk me through, hey, drip line irrigation, or what are some of the BMPs that most people are not compliant in.
Well, we've become quite sophisticated over the years, improving the services that we do offer. The TRCD is responsible for all residential homes in the area, and the TRPA is responsible for all commercial properties. And so with the residential properties, we will come out to your home and we will work with you for best management practices, which essentially are to try and ensure that sediment is not leaving your property and getting into the lake. And so we'll come up with a plan, a detailed engineering plan, which you don't have to pay us for. It's a part of the service. And then you can submit that to a contractor, have the work done, have us come back and check it. We are entirely grant funded at this time, and we have many grants that our staff are responsible for. Administration of those grants takes up a huge amount of time, and the rest of the work really is in the field, on site, such as the BMPs. So we do everything we can to come up with unique plans for each homeowner to make sure it's the most cost-effective and easiest plan to administer for them, so that they can be in compliance.
I know your organization saved my family a lot of money, so thank you.
Well, I'm glad to hear that, and of course the overall effect is to ensure that we're helping to keep Lake Tahoe clear for future generations.
Yeah, a lot of times people lose sight of that. Speaking of keeping the lake clear,
yes,
you offer another service, and that's for boat owners. Sometimes not always that popular, but what's the science behind it? Why are you doing it?
Well, what we're trying to do, and successfully so far, is to keep aquatic invasive species out of the lake. And so we inspect boats to ensure that you're not carrying anything attached to your boat or in your boat that we don't want in the lake. We want to kind of keep the Lake Tahoe natural as it originally was long before boats came here. And so we've got an extensive boat inspection process. Once you're tagged, the process gets easier each time you come into the lake, but we're ensuring that invasive species from other bodies of water don't come into Lake Tahoe.
And those boat inspection stations are located all around the lake?
They are. We have, I believe, over 14 different locations. Some are more extensive than others, depending upon the kind of traffic we can expect at those stations, and we operate them throughout the year, including through into the winter time, because sports fishing is very popular in the winter time. And we have staff ready to answer your questions. Our main offices are at 870 Emerald Bay Road, Suite 108, and our staff, you can stop in any time you want during Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, or sometimes a little earlier if you're up before 8, and my staff will be there to answer your questions.
John, I really appreciate you taking the time to join us.
Well, you're very welcome. Thanks for having me again.
All right, stay tuned. Tahoe TUNT is coming up next.